Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some Golgari mid-range in ranked best of 1 standard. This list 5-0'd a standard league event I think a day or two ago, and I was eyeing it, and it's been a little while since I played some Golgari, so we're going to give it a go. I'm going to make a couple really small tweaks here for best of 1. I think the most obvious thing this deck is doing is that it has quite a lot of graveyard hates, which I don't think we really need that much of for best of 1. We have 3 oozes main decked and 2 strategic betrayals. In best of 3, you know, this hits a lot of useful stuff. It hits the cat out of the graveyard for the Demir deck. It hits all the VV things out of the graveyard, so way better in best of 3. In best of 1, I'm not actually sure if it's going to be that bad. I think Reanimator is a pretty small part of the meta, but actually mono black is a decent amount, and so potentially if we can, you know, like Bitter, Triumph their Slasher, it goes to the graveyard, but before it comes back, we could pay 1 mana to exile it with the Ooze. That could actually have value. However, I'm a little bit suspect on how much graveyard hate we have main decked. Otherwise, Ooze is actually a little bit lackluster in today's meta, although there was certainly a time in standard where Ooze is very good. So I think we're going to just drop one of these and add one more Surveyor in here. I don't know how this is going to do in best of 1. It's going to feel pretty bad on the draw against mono red, but on the play, this card can just run away with games left unanswered. So whatever, we're going to make that small change. And then I'm a little bit suspect on the mana base too. The Great Erishan City, the Kishla Village coming in tapped unless you have very specifically a swamp or very specifically a forest. We don't actually have that many basics. We have some here, a lot of dual lands, a Fabled Passage. I just don't think it's worth the cost to stumble in our curve. And man, I mean, there's not really a huge payoff to having this 1/1 creature. Extra creatures are good with the Oroboroid. It's not even a flyer. It can't even like attack down planeswalkers. We do have a random Eaten Alive here, so you can actually sack a creature. That's a good reason to have it, maybe. We already have lots of other things we can sack. We can sack the Surveyor Endurance tokens. We could sack a Dread Knight and get it back. We can sack the Preacher tokens. We could sack an extra recruit, so I just don't really think it's worth the tap land. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take this guy out. Same with the Kishla Village. I just can't really imagine a situation in best of 1 where we get to a point and the best thing we can do is pay 4 mana and tap this land to Surveil 2. We probably lost that game at that point. I can't imagine, like, I mean, if you're doing that, it's because they swept your whole board. And I don't really think any amount of surveils really gets you back in the game. So I'm going to take these guys out, and we're just going to throw in some starting towns. You could do some more Fabled Passage. You could do some Multiversal Passage. A lot of passages in that sentence. But I think we'll just go to starting town. So we got 25 lands. I think this is okay. There's nothing else I really want to change. It's got a Stab, which is kind of cool. You don't see that card show up too much. It's got the Eaten Alive, which I mentioned. A single Cecil in here. A variety of removal, which I think I'll leave untouched. Preacher's always great. Surak is generally great. And a Oroboroid is busted. It's very good when it does the thing. So yeah, let's hop into some best of 1 ranked top 1% Mythic standard and see how we can do with Golgari mid-range. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since I played Golgari. Feels like we'll have an okay time, win or lose. First comment of the day is by Canis, 39. I've been renting for 26 years. Never owned a house and I have no regrets. Home ownership is not for everyone. I feel that. Maybe one day. Opponent goes first. Removal spell. Nothing till like 3, but then a Oroboroid's busted, right? So I think we keep this. It's blue. We've seen a lot of blue recently. Can actually just go starting town here. Fabled Passage on 4. Unless we really want the black without the pain land. I guess we could go get the black source here. And hope we don't draw any more fast lands. Interesting. Well, I don't really know what they are, but maybe we'll actually want some graveyard hate. There's some like funky Reanimator deck. I don't know. All right, draw or pressure into Collector's Vault. I think it's just pressure. I think it's just pressure, curve out a Oroboroid and try to kill them before they, you know, reanimate or, I mean, we're probably reanimating with the Vault, right? I don't know. Could be reanimating Omniscience. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, Surveil 1. I mean, I think that is the bit. A little bit of stick here with blue open. Where's my camera at? Probably not somewhere you want it. Let's put it here. Okay, fine. Redeploy. I was approached at the gym this morning by a seller of bodily interaction. Is that the most appropriate way to phrase that? Thunderclap Trainer, bounce off. I mean, into lots of spells. Maybe it's better to double spell here over going for the Roboroi. So we go double Dread Knight instead. Hopefully we keep something on the battlefield for the Roboroi turn. So he's got 2 treasures open, a little bit of stick. Yeah, I was just minding my own business at the gym. It was leg day. I was doing the hip adductor machine as the final part of leg day. So there were some legs opening and closing, and this lady comes up to me and she asked me for help with the hamstring curl machine. She couldn't figure out how to move the seat closer because maybe a little shorter and her little legs couldn't reach the handle or whatever. So I don't know what the opponent's doing here. And so, I took out my earbuds, I helped her out, and then I think she was like, hey, I see you around the gym all the time. You never say hi to me. And I was like, you never say hi to me either. But hello, I am, the esteemed Dr. Ruckus or whatever my real name is. And she introduced herself and I was like, okay. Then I went back to the gym, went back to my workout, put my headphones back in. 3 mana open, could counter something here. We could Preacher and Tragic Trajectory. Again, double spelling isn't bad into open mana. They do want to reenact the crime. I mean, they're about to win next turn for the most part. Is there anything we can do to stop that, though? And we want them to spend treasure. So if we can get them to counter something, I think it's actually good for us, net. If they burn all their treasure to counter this, they don't have infinite mana to, like, discard something and reenact in the same turn. So I think that is our hope here. Yeah, they spend any treasure, it's good. Yeah, I think that's net good. I think we want to put them in a position where they feel like they have to interact. I think we do push here. Probably take the block. Okay. 16. We'll see if they can just auto win. We are trying. So yeah, I put my headphones back in, mind my own business, and then I think she interrupts me again, not in a negative way. What does she want? She was like, hey, how do you spell your name again? Or how do you spell your name or something? And I was like, she wasn't ugly. I think she was fine. I wasn't really looking for, I wasn't really looking to find a date with this person, but she seemed interested, so whatever. I tried to spell my name for her. She was like, here, let me get your Instagram. I was like, okay, here it is. So I looked it up. And yeah, I tried to go back to my workout, and then she was like, still could win next turn here. I think it's still just a Roboroi as much as we can. I think we Paw Patch as well. 2 mana open. We'll go for this first. In case there's a pay 2 counterspell. Nope. Yeah, I mean, we'll lay it all out there. They could totally win next turn. Hit for 8. Okay. Opponent's got 5, 6, 7 mana total. They could discard the Omniscience for 2, pay 4, reenact the crime, and then we just sit here and do story time while opponent plays Solitaire. So there's the Omniscience. And let's see if they have the, I'm just saying, if we had run all of the freaking, what was that card called? Ah, damn, there it is. If we had run all the Scavenging Oozes, maybe we would have drawn one, although we didn't draw the sub card. But randomly finding a mono blue reanimator deck. All right, so we'll just chill here and finish our story while opponent plays Solitaire for a little bit. Yeah, so I gave her my Instagram or whatever, and then she was like, I run a massage business. If you're ever looking for a massage, and I was like, okay, well, what's your price? Because I actually got a massage recently. It was on discount because it's low season here. Nobody's at the beach yet. This winter we'll get a ton of tourists, but for now, everything's super cheap because there are no tourists here. No one to fuel the economy, so lots of discounts. So I got a pretty cheap massage a week ago or so. It wasn't that good, but I was curious what price, because if the massage is cheap, I'm down to yeah, I like massages. If it was a very cheap price, I consider it. It was not. The price was pretty high. She was like 2,000 pesos for an hour for one option and like 1,500 pesos for another. So pesos, generally you divide by 20. So 2,000 pesos is roughly $100 for an hour, which is not, I don't need a massage that bad. The one I got a week ago was like 800 pesos, closer to $40. Like, okay, whatever, $40 for an hour. Maybe that's a good deal. She was like, yeah, I give this massage, I'm running this business. And I was like, okay, well, maybe she just, approach me to get my business. She was like, yeah, I do all the way I do our massages, we're both completely in the nude, and you can touch everything, and I can touch everything. And I was like, what? She said it so nonchalantly, like it's just part of the normal conversation. And I just kind of sat there for a second because I didn't know if I had fully understood her. She spoke good English, but you know, I was like, it just caught me off guard. The funny thing is, this whole interaction, there's like another lady waiting because she wants to use her machine. So this girl is like totally comfortable talking about her nude massage business while this other girl is like impatiently waiting to use the hamstring curl machine. And I'm like, oh, you know, that's really nice of you. I'm probably not so interested in that, but you know, I'll say see you around or whatever. And then I looked on her Instagram and it's like full like OnlyFans and like, you know, full selling the full physical interaction of like all this stuff. And I was like, oh gosh, just trying to get my leg day in. All right, so I haven't been paying attention. Opponent has been having a lovely solitaire time where we get our little story time. I think I'm down to scoop. I'm not really paying attention. I doubt we can win from this position. I think they're going to do whatever they're doing. They're going to do the solitaire and move on to the next game, but definitely more bizarre stories here in Mexico than any other country I've lived in. This stuff doesn't happen in the US and Switzerland. No, never. Mexico, we got some weird stuff. The stalker lady, the weird influencer lady with the bag scenario. Some weird stuff going on here. All right, we take the loss. I don't think there's too much we could do about that. We tried to be as aggressive as possible. Pretty much identifying the deck from like turn 2, but there's only so much we could do. They had a couple bounce spells and they ended up getting there. Tried to force them to use the treasure tokens, knowing that they actually need 6 mana total, I think, to do the combo. 2 to treasurable and then 4 to combo, but just couldn't kill him in time. Big Scrap 84 says, why are you... Oh, this is such a rude comment. All right, we're on the play here. I dig it. Oh, this is a great hand on the play. Let's go. Turn 1. And then we get the Surveyor going turn 2 and just see if we can crank that out. Okay, so this comment is by Big... It's either Big Scrap or Big's Crap 84, not sure which. I don't think we have the fast lane down yet. It's mono red. Yeah, we'll see if they wait for the Surveyor to come down. Maybe they just zap this guy immediately. Doesn't matter too much. Chip in for damage first. Shouldn't be able to kill the 1/3. They can kill the Paw Patch now, but they don't. They got sticks, so they're thinking about something. Challenger, no good attacks. Whew. I mean, I think we should go Surak here. And just level up. Actually, we go wide here, don't we? It's even better. Into the Roboroid. I mean, that is a nasty curve right there. They could trade with the Recruit. Or they can eat it. They do eat it. 215, turn 3. That's a great curve right there. Turn 4 a Roboroid. They would need to hold up in Lightning Strike, which I highly doubt they would do. All right, we got a little double strike mouse going. Burst Lightning off the top. Could kill a 1/1, but we get the Surak draw. And the token. Are we trading Surak for this? I think the answer is no into the Roboroid, right? Just none of this is worth it. We could block. They maybe just Burst Lightning face. Make the Challenger a 3/3. Just have double strike. It's a lot of damage. 211. Maybe we actually should have jump blocked that. All right. I was talking a little bit too much. Are we going to lose here if we don't just remove both? I think you actually just remove both here. And then try to win next turn. How much trample damage is this? 2, 3... Yeah, I think we probably misplayed. We should have taken the block last turn. I think we misplayed this slightly. Leave back 1 blocker opponent to 7. We have 2 trample threats and a Surveyor with the Roboroid on the way. Hopefully they cannot kill us from 9. Slick Shot, Shock Shock. How much is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd be exactly 9, but... I think Flyer is okay. Okay. And then, yeah, probably Trampler is fine. Shouldn't be able to kill with 1 mana open. Double draw, some removal spells. 1 mana left. They got 1 more spell left in hand, it looks like. They don't even want to see their Roboroid. It's coming, baby. It's coming. Anyway, this guy, Big Crap, says, why are you learning their language? Just go to their country and speak English. They come to the US and speak Spanish with no effort at all to learn English. That feels just so rude and probably wrong. To be fair, I don't have much evidence against it. I don't have maybe any anecdotal... I know almost maybe no Hispanic people in the US. Besides my best friend. My best friend is Hispanic, but he grew up in the US, so his parents both speak fluent English. But yeah, I mean, that just comes across as super racist and rude. But as to why I'm learning their language, A, it's fun. B, a lot of people do not speak English here. So coming in and just speak English is not productive for me. How am I supposed to accomplish things I want here if I don't speak the language? And C, if you want dates, all the dates out there only speak Spanish for the most part. So that is highly incentivizing, and it's fun, and it's good to expand your mind. There are a whole bunch of reasons to learn Spanish. It's cool. Surprisingly negative comment. Usually negative comments are about me. You know, it's weird to get a kind of off-ball anti-Mexican or anti-Spanish comment. Kalul X-Man has a really insightful comment. He says, hi. That's it. That's the whole comment. So, hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. All right, it's time to address the elephant in the room. Petradominica says, hey, doctor, that deck list on Aetherhub has 57 cards and main deck. Which cards are missing? All right, you know, I was very hopeful the first week that Aetherhub would fix their deal and the new Spider-Man cards would eventually be importable. And it's been like a month, and I've been gone the last 2 weeks, and I thought maybe now it'd be fixed, but it's clearly still not fixed. So, today I'm packing a bunch. Tomorrow I'm moving. Saturday, I promise we will transition to a new place for you to copy paste my deck lists. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Mana Dork or Mana something. We'll make it happen because it's at this point has been like a month of missing cards. So clearly we need to make a change. I've been using Aetherhub for years, 3+ years maybe, and they've kind of dropped the ball on this, and clearly no one cares enough to fix it. So good game. All right. I think we'll drop the Surak here first, just in case they have like a Ride's End. Cannot be countered. All right, resolves, go for the attack. Wide or tall? Probably wide with a Roboroid still. Third land, do nothing. You know, we have no idea if they're going to just drop the sweeper or not. I think we still are just going for a Roboroid. If they spend mana to counter, I think that's good for us. Okay. Draw a card. I like that. Give him heck. Might go tall here now. We don't have any Roboroid to help, so we'll just get the damage this turn. To 12. I don't know if they're going to have the sweep or not. Tap land. They do not have the turn for a sweep. How much do we want to commit? I mean, they want to kill the Surak more than anything. We'll go tall here again. We'll chip in for damage when we got it. All right, we can actually zap that. Scry 2. Hopefully it's not an outlaw creature. I'm hoping to see 2 to the bottom. It's 1 to the top. All right, do we over deploy or not? If they sweep and we play the Surveyor, are we really gonna win? I don't actually know that that's the case. You know, that assumes they have no removal at all. I think I might continue to commit here. I think if we don't deploy, we're playing to lose. I think we actually continue to commit. We'll thin the deck as well. Get a black source. I think we keep going. If they sweep, we're sad, but if we do nothing and they sweep and we play a single Surveyor that chips in for 1 and then 2, like, that just assumes they have nothing in hand to ever interact with it. Okay, we get rewarded. Didn't really see the split up coming. It's a pretty niche card to play. One top, not great. More land, even less great. The 1/1 or the damage? Probably the 1/1 here. Leave something behind. Not looking good. We can also sack it for like a Beza or something. Ultima, everyone's dead. Turn ended. I mean, we need those creature lands to show up. That ain't it. Alright, not looking great. Probably played that as well as we could. I think overcommitting there is right. Because imagine... Yeah, the alternative scenario is to have not played it. And they ended up ultimating next turn, basically. I think there was no way they're not going to kill that next creature, so I think you play to win. Assume they don't have the sweeper, and just go for it in case they only have a couple target removal spells. And if they do, I think you're probably going to lose either way, which is what we're experiencing right now. That's not a bad draw in general. We'll see if they have any counter for us. And then we'll probably scoop soon-ish. We have no hasty creature. I mean, really, a creature land is what would change this game. Mosswood Dread Knight actually is decent. We have some life to play with too. An Ooze out of nowhere could potentially present a lethal threat out of nowhere. Preacher's not bad. Surak is uncounterable and draws the cards, so you know we actually have some okay things. And then the 4 creature lands all aren't bad, so I guess maybe we won't scoop here. I think there are enough outs that aren't terrible that maybe it's worth not scooping, but certainly not great. Opponent's got 6-7 cards in hand as blue-white control. Alright, next set of sweepers. Yeah, and Ooze would be an interesting lethal threat out of nowhere. There's a creature land. It's good. They'll have to throw away some removal. I can take a chump block here. I think I'm down to stay in the game a little bit longer. Maybe we'll find some things to chit-chat about. We can stab this. I guess I'll let them scry first. Before they know we stab. Anyway, if you have a preferred deck list website that you want to post, let me know. I think there's one called Mana, something that's pretty good. But it is time. We've been without proper deck lists for too long, so we'll give up on Aether Hub, sadly, after many, many years of service together. Authority of the Consuls, alright. Not super impactful versus us. Elspeth, lots of chump blocks forever. We can Eaten Alive for 5 to kill the Planeswalker. Which I guess is probably what's happening. Probably gonna do that first, right? 1 mana open. I don't really see another way to do it. So not enough mana to cottage this turn. But enough mana to drop this guy. Demolition Field, answer to the cottage. Too bad. That's a good card. Okay, I think that comes first. A negate. Alright. We might as well power up the cottage. I don't see an incentive not to. Full Demolition Field in response, but it's going to get done anyway. Should still have a couple basics left. And the negate coming out. That's interesting. Okay, it is a 4/6. Single chump. Opponent's only got 2 cards left in hand. Could for sure whiff. We have a good number of card draw spells, so that's not great. I was gonna say this isn't quite over. Now they minus killed a Roboroid. Alright, maybe it's now scoop worthy. It's a good card, but I don't know. If they can't kill it, we do get a card draw. We could draw into another Planeswalker removal. Fountain Port's very good for them. They have infinite draw power on their own side. I think that's a decent point to scoop. Double the tokens? Yeah, that's quite a lot, isn't it? They can even quadruple block this guy. The Ooze out of nowhere. It feels like too little. Okay. Quadruple block, fair enough. I mean, we could, in theory, top deck in a Roboroid. Which could be okay on the Trample Paw Patch. It's very unlikely to win. It's just that I've been on the other side of this, and sometimes you just don't draw the right cards. Sometimes you just draw land or just draw cards that aren't impactful. Like, we could get lucky, or rather, they could get unlucky. Maybe like a 5% chance. It's low, but I don't think it's crazy. Yeah, we'll save. I don't think we need the life per se. I think we save this for the next ooze. I'm hoping we draw a land here and then we can just call it quits. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. We could win, but boy, it just gets worse and worse, so we'll skip out on that one. GM Sub-Zero PSP. So I just tried this deck, the Orzhov kind of Bats Life Gain deck. Oh, by the way, I'll just say credit is due. Someone left a comment that was like, oh, okay, so you just copied Ash Lizzle's deck, and the answer to that is apparently, actually accidentally, I do not go through other people's YouTube channels. I go to tournament result lists and untapped.gg, and that deck happened to have 5-0'd the most recent Standard League event, and the person who did that did in fact copy it card for card from Ash. So didn't know to give her credit. Part of my process is not and will never be taking every tournament deck list and then cross-referencing it across YouTube and Google search to try to find any other content creator who may have made a similar version or an exact version. That's just never going to be something that's worth my time. But since you called it out, yes, credit to her for designing the deck. Yeah, looks good. Anyway, someone played it yesterday, went 1-9. Everyone managed to have answers at the right time, but that's just Magic sometimes. Yeah, there's like a whole thread of people going back and forth about how I think we're going turn 1 play. We've got lots of stuff to do. One guy was like really upset in the comment section about how Magic is all luck and blah 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 blah. And yeah, it's not all luck. It is a card game with random shuffling and random draws. There is, for sure, an element of luck. Just like there is with poker, for example. Probably need more green in general, preparing for the ooze value stuff. What is opponent playing here? Who plays Esper? Esper Mill? I think if they're going to counter something, we give them the ooze, which is the less impactful of the two. I just don't know what they're doing. No More Lies is my best guess as to what's about to happen. Resolves? Nothing? Okay. Could have gone for the Surveyor. It's Jeskai Black, which I just played recently. I don't think they run 4-mana sweepers, right? There's no Day of Judgment, right? I just played this deck like yesterday. 2 days ago. What is this deck list? Best of 1, 4-color control. No, right. Inevitable Defeat is the 4-drop, right? Okay. So we should be able to play out some stuff here. We got no creatures. Okay. All right, so Surveyor would have actually been the better play there. And they could run up to 2-ish Ultimas. So there could be a turn 5 sweep. All right. No creatures, right? We'll put it here, I think. I don't think this matters. Actually, we should have taken the stock up in case they have a... I think we're just hoping they do not have Ultima. I don't think it's worth playing around. If they have a Shiko, we'll feel pretty dumb for not taking the stock up, but whatever. Move on. Alright. Turn 5 Ultima is probably about the scoop, but we'll see. Potentially only 2 in the deck. May not be that many other sweepers. Fire magic. Let's see. For 3 is 2 damage, actually. That'd be quite brutal. Take everything except for the surveyor, but... Okay. It's good for us. That is a nice top deck. I think we're pushing for the damage we have. There's nobody down here to take. No creatures, at least. Alright, to 5. Shock land. It's the Ultima. Go ahead and take the stock up. Alright. Again, no creature lands. We really would love one. It's a regular land. Feeling very similar to last game. But opponent has a lot of life gain in this deck. All the defeats, all the helixes. It's another basic land. No creature lands. Vince Walker has a really long comment about Raise the Past. I'm not super sure what prompted it, but he has a lot of wisdom to share with us, so we'll just read it out loud. I've played way... Oh, he's just going face. We're down to 10. I guess he's going to kill us pretty soon. Way too much Raise the Past. Here's what I've learned about the deck. You have to run Surveil lands, even the common colorless ones like the Hidden Grotto. And Conduit Pylons. The incremental advantage is too strong to ignore. They mill creatures, so you reanimate them later and help you hit your land drops. You have to run Day of Judgment as a 4 of. That's an interesting take. Otherwise, you'll get steamrolled by some aggro decks. I would argue Mono Red will steamroll you anyway. Turn 4 Day of Judgment after letting them... I mean, you might not let them do whatever they want. They might actually have an issue getting through some of your other cards in your deck, but... Okay, 4 Day of Judgments is interesting. What else? Otherwise, you get steamrolled. We can actually pay the first one, and then they bring out the second one. Or not. That's bizarre. What? What was that? What was that? Was there a reason to do that? Maybe just a mistake? Not sure. That first game would have been a lot different if they'd had access to Day of Judgment. Blood Witch alone is not enough of a win con. I like adding Shocking Sharpshooters. I sometimes run the Starkscape Clerics, but your opponent can snipe them prior to life gain to prevent you from draining them. Sharpshooters are more reliable, which brings in red now, which dilutes your mana base. And you're also running colorless lands, although I think the Grotto is a filter land, if you can pay the extra mana. Even if they get killed, their triggers are still on the stack and resolve. I don't really have any comment on that. I have not put in my 10,000 hours of Reanimate, like Raise the Past. In fact, that historically, Orzhov Sack has been my least played deck ever, because it's bad in Standard for so long with Monstrous Rage. So I don't really have an opinion to say on that. My generic opinion is if you're mentioning cards to put in, you got to mention which cards get cut. So who is getting the cut for 4 Raise the Past, right? Some other card that is otherwise critical to developing the game plan. So I don't know what it is, but there is a cost. It's not like Magic. 4 Day of Judgments magically show up in your hand when you need them. Somebody's getting cut, and you'll miss that card on the turns when it's not relevant. So that's my opinion. We have been doing a whole lot of nothing for a while. I cannot tell you how many lands we played here. A lot of lands. John Woodby says, do you ever dabble in other formats? Would love to see your take on Timeless. No, not really. I do think the next qualifier weekend tournament, I think I maybe missed one recently. I think I missed a sealed one. I think the next one might be Historic. Let me check my calendar real quick. Oh, literally tomorrow is the sealed best of 3 play-in event, which is move-in day for me. So I'm not so sure I'll be participating in that. And I also know nothing about that sealed format, although that hasn't stopped me before. And then the sealed qualifier weekend is this weekend. So it's unlikely that I qualify. It's even unlikely that I have time to play tomorrow, Friday, but could happen. But then the very next weekend, Saturday the 25th, is the Historic best of 1 play-in. And then the weekend after that would be the Historic best of 3 play-in plus the qualifier weekend. So I will give that a go, because I probably won't play a super advanced deck. I'll probably just Google whatever the best deck is in best of 3 Historic and just play that. But it's at least accessible enough for me to play. Timeless, I really don't know much about. I mean, the farther you go back, the more cards I won't know, because they're not in Standard or not played in Standard and haven't been played in Standard since I started Magic or something like that. Whew. I feel like I've been talking a lot. We've been playing a lot of opponents where we just sit there and do nothing and play a lot of lands. I'm just forced to talk a lot. This is a relevant comment. For the Jeskai Black deck. Opponent goes first, we're on the draw. What are we prioritizing? We'll see if we hit that next land. It's red. Bastronaut unblockable. I think it's tap land here. And then Trajectory plus just get a Paw Patch down. Kill the Bastronaut early, maybe, or kill their 2-drop, maybe. We got some work to do on the draw here. Needlehead with alternative artwork. Dude, what is that? Oh man, it's like a dude's glasses with a reflection of a claw coming towards the eyeball. That is kind of terrifying in a good way. Okay, I think it's just the Zapparoonie here. And we will play out a blocker, although we're not blocking any Menace Bastronauts right now. We shall see. I don't think we have much life. I guess we do this now anyway. Nemesis to the face. No blocks, you got it. I think we shoot it now. Like an ooze could be the path to victory, so I don't think we give him the chance to zap it. And the question is, do we attack or not? If they play like a challenger, we wish we had a blocker back, but we can't block this 1/1, so who's to say? You gotta get him dead somehow, right? Land's not showing up a whole lot in our 25 land deck. Sanctuary. Good follow-up for the opponent. Shock, alright. It's not the end of the world. What else we got? Nothing. Go to combat. Okay. No land for us. Do we have to Dread Knight to hit land? Drop to 11. Hit us for 6, right? Drop us to 5. We need land. We can't block this thing anyway. I think we need land, man. Gotta hit that 3rd land drop. Alright, there it is. Something. Must be done. And then, yeah, we're hoping for, man, a removal spell off the top, I guess, to deal with the Bastronaut. Bastronaut has a huge amount of pressure per turn. 3/3 double strike is a quick game with Menace. Yeah, this one did not work out so well. Well, there is the removal spell. Can't complain about that. We can trade. Yeah, I think we're killing it. I think we are attacking here. No stick. Zapped. 3/2 can trade with the Sanctuary at least. And they don't have a shock to kill it. They can go land, Lightning Strike, Sanctuary attack, drop us a 2. We are kind of here. I mean, they have to have really nothing for us to get out of this, but it is possible. I think we need the Preacher to connect, and the land and a Roboroid. Get some 2/2 lifelinkers growing. That is kind of the path out of this. Opponent thinking. Anyway, Stolv has a trick for Jeskai Black to share. A neat trick with Get Lost and Inevitable Defeat. Lightning Strike face. Okay. I mean, last card is not shock. So what else would you hold priority for? A pump spell on us? Or just the Sanctuary level up, I guess? Sanctuary level up, okay. I mean, we can block that. We need to leave back something here. So I think it's just the Recruit attack. No, I think it's actually the Dread Knight. No, we could trade the Dread Knight with the Sanctuary. Okay, hold on. Unlikely we win, but there is a chance. No shock in hand. Trade the, actually we just blocked the, maybe we should have attacked with the Dread Knight here instead. Chip in for a little more damage. Top deck lethal. Okay, not much to be done there. Stuck on 2 lands for quite a long time. Anyway, if you get lost and make the map tokens, and then you inevitable defeat, I guess the point is it gives you a permanent to target. So if you didn't have any permanents, like there was one of the games, maybe the mirror was a control opponent, I had nothing really to target. But yeah, he's saying if you kill the non-land permanent, get lost, you actually get 2 non-land permanents, the map tokens. And then you can target those with inevitable defeat, which gives you a way to continue to deal damage and gain life and blah, blah, blah. So, good to know. Oh, here's the comment that's like got 8 replies about luck. I think the best reply here, and I'm not going to read them all because I'm lazy, is if you want a game with no luck, go play chess. I think that is a great suggestion. If you are frustrated by Magic the Gathering, you can leave comments. Comments are always good for me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think you keep this. It's too suspect, right? If it's like weird reanimator, we just do nothing. It's too much. It's too much for me. We gotta mulligan this. Yeah, it's okay. We can thin the deck of land. We're on the draw. Let's just keep it simple. Let's put this guy back. You can leave comments being upset about the state of Magic the Gathering if it's luck-based, too luck-based for you. Just go play chess. I think that's a great suggestion. There's no need to be upset about life. No luck, no card draw, no randomness. If you don't like it, don't play poker, don't play Magic, don't play any card game with shuffling, right? Go play chess. There's no luck, unless like your opponent has a bad day, you know? They're like sick that day or whatever. Maybe it's a little bit lucky, but yeah. How much mono blue? Dread Knight is actually an okay blocker. I think it's worth playing that out. They could put on a lot of pressure. I did lose to a mono blue deck a little while ago with the 2-mana 2/2 with prowess that turns into a land. They bounce stuff, and they can put on some pressure. They can be pretty annoying to deal with. Okay, I forget what this card does.
Come on, Pom Pom Chan. We've got a fight to win.
Plus, 1 creature can't be blocked. Draw, discard.
Found a way in.
I think we were taking a block on whichever one we're allowed to block. 216 plus a loyalty counter.
Trust me, I'm a special.
Until the end of your next turn. We might have time for that. Or we can just kill Kaito here. We'd have no creatures. We would like to play a creature here. Creature, no blocks. It's gonna plus. Then we have a Robert. We have a 4. Attack Kaito a little bit. I don't think I want this draw, man. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Well, we have really slowed down our game plan, but we have a nice double spell next turn. Bitter Triumph the Kaito, and then probably just play out the Dread Knight. We shall see if we just get 2 out-tempoed. I mean, they are a tempo deck, right? So, we'll see. 1 to the face. Loyalty counter.
We got this, Pom Pom Chan.
We don't really want them to ultimate, I'll tell you that. They have 3 mana open, so double spelling is good. I think we're taking the life loss. We could do this on their turn, I guess. Then they would get prowess triggers. They have a counter spell. I don't think they really have counters, though. I think we're doing this now. The versions I've seen of this don't have counters, just like bounce spells, but we'll see. Yeah, there's the counter spell. They do get the prowess, but it's on their turn. We drop low, but I think it is worth it again to go down in life. Let me just read this card, make sure it actually resolves. Counter target spell. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. To 8 we go. But at least the prowess happens on our turn. Still holding in there. The question is if we go like creature, creature, and they do the fairy, tap down both, make 2 fairies, attack with everything, flash on the cat, draw 3. Like, that is the way where we're just like, all right, well, we'll just go. That's not a bad top deck, actually. Not countered. Some stick. I think we try to push this one. You could try to double spell there instead. If they have the fairy, it's great. Yeah, they have to do this now. And if they go land flash cat, we're just super sad, but there's nothing we can do about that. Digging through the graveyard, that's not good. What's up with that? Why do we care about the graveyard? Oh, just the talent? Level up talent, go back, get back the counterspell or the trick. We're close to dead, though. I mean, the flyers are a real issue for us. And I don't know if we can turn the corner with the Aurora to go from 20 to 0. Tap target creature. They do it on their turn for the prowess trigger? Okay. We'll get 2 counters here. Yeah. I guess we'll stack this one. See if we can trade. Even if they have 1 more blue spell. One card left in hand. Bounce my last creature. Okay. Who wants the counters now? Not sure it matters too much. Everyone's got trample, but they have a lot of flying pressure is the issue. Swing for a 5, drop to 2. We'd have to answer both flyers. We can't. We have no life gain. If we top deck an ooze, there are no creatures to take. Is there anything else to give us life gain? I don't think there are any outs here, really. Ooze doesn't do it. Yeah, I think there are no outs here. We can pretend to Overroid, but I think that's probably game. Swing for 8, take 4 in the air. All right, one more game on the clock for today. Ooh, the drop below the ranked mythic. Arcade says, we'd love to see some Azorius Auras gameplay. I could be down. I like Auras. I like Auras. I like the flash draw engine. 3 mana, 2/3 guy. Okay, then we get into the comments about the gendered video thing, which I don't have enough time to address today. I thought it'd be fun or funny to reply to some of these comments, but maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be a video tomorrow or not. Depending on the move. Maybe no video, might be late. Not really sure how things are gonna go. All right, last game of the day. Come on, baby. Let's get a win in the books. Let's get back into the ranked numbers. Control, not great. All right. May you not have a turn 4 Day of Judgment or turn 5 Ultima. The Long River Pull. You don't say. If a gift was promised, can I enter spell? Okay, all right. We go right into the stock up. Okay. The 2 mana counter. Interesting. Okay, uncounterable. Draw a card, opponent targets or tries to counter something, not so bad. Main phase console, only for 4, looking for the sweeper. We gotta play it all out, man. We got nothing else going on for us. Black. Okay. They definitely don't have the sweeper in hand. Definitely not. Definitely. I think we're good. I think we're good to go if they do. I think this will be the end of the video. Well, we lost quite a lot today, which is okay, because Golgari is not super meta in best of 1. A lot of control opponents, though. No creature lands. A lot of those control decks, you know, if we had had a creature land the first couple turns, I think we could have turned the corner. I think that would have been really useful. but not having any way to get around the sweepers, just not drawing into it. Because this is, in fact, partially a luck-based game, like poker and unlike chess, so you just gotta be okay with whatever hand you get dealt. All right, well, wrap it up there. Overall, I still had a good time. We chit-chatted a lot. I think I'm tired of chit-chatting today. Yeah, we'll be back either tomorrow or Saturday. I gotta do the big move tomorrow. Gotta pack up today. But yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.